On the dais now from Thomas More, head coach Jeff Hands, student athletes Nikki Kiernan, Abby Owings, and Sydney Moss. We'll take a statement from Coach Hands first, and then we will take some questions for the student athletes.
What a game. Very good game. I don't know if it was entirely well played by either one of us, but to be on this stage and to be able to come out with a hard-fought victory over a very good and well-coached team. Just so proud of our players and the resilience that they showed when the game got tied late third quarter, early fourth, and we were able to get a stop and a run out to get the lead, and just we kept the momentum from there. And then Madison Temple's big three was just huge to put us up by 7 and forced them, Coach Brewer, to call a timeout, and we hung on and made plays when we needed to.
Questions for student athletes? We'll start right down here.
Abby, 6.5 minutes left. It's tied at 49. The game's being played at their pace. And then Moss gets a steal and a basket, and you guys go on a 10-0 run. What was the difference from that 49 on point out?
Can you repeat that again? Sorry.
She's not paying attention.
Sure. The game was tied at 49
Right.
with 6.5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And then Moss gets a steal and a bucket. You guys go on a 10-0 run. What was the difference in the last 6.5 minutes of this game?
I mean, that just created a lot of energy for us. That bucket was huge. And Sid made a lot of good plays throughout the game, so it wasn't just that one. And I think that with her making that basket, it created a lot of open things for us, after that. So, I mean, she did a great job, and it just pushed the momentum forward.
Question over here.
Adam Turr with the Cincinnati Enquirer. Everybody coming to the game talks about your offense scoring 90-something points a game, but really that last 6 minutes, it seemed like your defense took over. I think in that stretch they missed 5 straight shots. You forced 3 straight turnovers. Is there a point when you collectively realize, okay, offense isn't going to win us this game. We need to find other ways to win, and then how do you change, maybe the emphasis of your style of play from one end to the other?
Do you want to start that, Nikki?
Yeah, I think our defense really pushes our momentum, and once we start getting stops and stuff, we start all around playing a lot better.
Yeah, our defense definitely feeds into our offense, and we make good plays on defense, and our offensive game just comes from there. So.
I mean, obviously agreeing with them. I think we all just had that look in our eyes, okay, it's time to buckle down and get stops on defense and make plays on offense for each other, and obviously we did that. So.
Anything else for the student athletes? We'll go right here in the middle.
Gordon Mann, D3 Hoops. Hi again, guys. Sydney, 4 for 14 tonight, but you did a lot of other things, distributed the ball, rebounded. I noticed you dropped down in the post and defended on North and Baptista for a couple of possessions. Can you talk a little bit about how you saw the game tonight? It looked like you were taking a little more of and I know you've been a distributor throughout the season, but a little more of a distributor tonight, not looking to score like last week or 2 weeks ago when you had 29 points in about 15 minutes against Amherst.
I mean, my team was making plays, and I, realized that, and I wasn't hitting shots. So I tried to find them if they came over and double teamed, or if I had missed a shot, the possession before, try to get them open looks, and they're knocking them down. It wasn't really, obviously it's not just about me. It's about the team, and obviously we, did what we had to do to win.
Question down here in the front. Pat, did you have a question?
Actually, my question was very, very similar for Sydney, but you guys have balanced scoring today. You have 4 players who average in double figures. Maybe Abby, you can take this one. How do you guys not jealous is not the right word, but how do you feed off what Sydney does and not rely on her all the time?
She just creates a lot of energy for us. We know that she's going to make big plays in big games. So for us, it's our job to get her the ball. But like tonight, if they're double teaming her or something like that, she's a great player and she's going to find us, I know, when we're open, just like you saw tonight.
Take a final question down here for the student athletes.
Marvin Chambers, Houston Sun. Sydney, you and Abby was working well in the first half, but it seemed like you guys starting to click in the second half when you was moved to the 4 position. Do you think that helped you guys to really push the game over?
Yes. You know, Alexa Santa Maria, you know, kept hacking, kept fouling, and, you know, coach took her out, so I had to move down to the post to bring, you know, Olivia in. And, you know, like the game before and also all season, you know, I played a little bit of post, and Abby knows how to feed me. And, you know, if they came in double teamed or if I didn't have the shot, kick it back out, and we just kind of ran through the offense. And, I mean, that's something we practice too. I mean, we do it all the time in practice, and we've been playing, you know, with each other for 2 years, so it kind of just clicked.
We're going to take one more right here in the middle.
Nikki, I know last year in the Final Four you were nervous. Tonight you played at All-American more or less to a standstill. Your rebounding was, you know, really impressive. Can you talk a little bit about how different this year felt for you as compared to last year?
Yeah, I was a lot less nervous this year, and then I think it helped a lot in practice. I go against Shelby Rupp, and she's pretty big too, so I try and make her better, and then I feel like she makes me a lot better too.
Great. Thank you, ladies. They'll be available in the locker room again until 8:49.
You guys go.
We'll continue with questions for Coach Hans, right down here.
Coach Hans, you said yesterday that you thought if you got to 60 points, you'd be pretty good. Did you tell your team to stop there? Or I mean 63. It seemed like you got just enough.
What did you say before about 6:49? It was 49, 6 minutes and 49 seconds. It was 49:49, right? Well, I was praying that we'd get to 60 at that point in time, to be honest with you, because we weren't shooting the basketball well. You know, they had some momentum the last 4 or 5 minutes of the third quarter and at the beginning of the fourth. And to be honest, I was about to take a timeout, and then we got that steal and run out, and you know, then we were able to make a few plays. And I thought our defense did a very good job of locking them down a little bit to stop their scoring.
Question right here in the middle.
You know, we talked about the 4 players who averaged double figures, and they all 4 hit it tonight. But in a game, especially a game like this style of game, how important were the contributions of Olivia Huber, Alexa, Sam, you know, diving on the floor, making those hustle plays, and really defense and rebounding, you know, the little things that some shows up in the box score and some doesn't. But it seemed like in this kind of game, those players really made the difference for you.
Yeah, I thought everybody that got in helped in some way. You know, it wasn't maybe a offensive basket or an assist or something like that, but it was rebound. I mean, Olivia has 8 or 9 rebounds, 8 rebounds, 6 of them defensive, 2 big offensive rebounds on the night, and a steal, a deflection. You know, and that's what those guys have done all year. Offensive firepower comes from the 4, you know, Sid, Abby, Nikki, Madison, but it's a team. And everybody's going to do what they need to do for us to be successful.
Question down here in the front.
Marvin Chambers, Houston Sun. Coach, Abby started kind of rough in the first half. What conversation did you have at halftime to settle her down? Because in the second half, she really picked up the game.
It was you don't know what I said. I can't say it, cannot repeat. But it was all of them. You know, I thought we made a lot of bad plays in the first half, especially the first quarter. We looked like we had not been here before. We looked like the stage was almost too big for us, and that's the environment, you know. But we fought through it. I thought when we kind of had to go small, a little smaller, put Sid at the 4, like you asked before, that we were able to spread the floor a little bit and started really attacking the basket and got to the free throw line. And that's those last 2-3 minutes of the second quarter, we settled into what we needed to do. And then from then on, I thought we were pretty good. We just missed a lot of shots in the third quarter, couldn't get the thing to fall. But we kept defending. I mean, even when it got tied, when they tied it up there early in the fourth, we just kept defending, and making them grind just like they were making us. And, you know, we kept making those plays.
Question in the back corner there on the left.
Thank you. Lee Michelson, Hoop Feed. Coach, could you please give us your evaluation of the change to having the Division II and III championship games in conjunction with the Final Four of the Division I? You like it or not, and why?
Love it. I'm not going to go with like it. I'm going to go with love it. And it's, I don't know if it'll happen again. I hope it does, because for whatever teams can get here, it's a great experience. For them to be able to be on that stage in that environment. I don't know what the attendance was. 6,400 people here to watch a Division III women's basketball game is outstanding. And for our kids, Tufts players, to be able to experience that environment and everything that's happened all weekend long that they've been able to be a part of and be involved in, there's nothing better. There's not a better feeling. And then, I know it's easy for me to say now, but win or lose, because of it's once in a lifetime for these guys, and so I hope it can continue to be done. But that's up to NCAA and WBCA, and if we can, it would be great for whoever can make it. Now the 2-week layoff is difficult. Okay, and I thought you saw a little nervousness early with that part of it, but that's basketball. It's something we had to do, and both teams were that way. It wasn't like there was an advantage for somebody, Tufts over us or us over Tufts.
Question right here.
Now, obviously, the stage this year is a little bit different with all the divisions here. But for you guys, this championship, emotionally, what was different? What feels different than winning the second one as compared to the first one last year?
It's sweet. It is sweet. Just to be able to have that target on your back all year long through our non-conference schedule, through the NCAA tournament of everybody, because we're going to take everybody's best shot. We know that. And our players and our guys rose to the challenge every time, and I thought that showed tonight when it got tied late and we were able to get on that run. Just that resilience, like I said, it's big. And every day in practice of competing against each other and knowing and looking forward to having an opportunity to get back there because you want to get back there. There's outside pressure from everybody. Honestly, we heard it all year long. Get back to Indy, Capital, semifinals. Everything's 2 hours. This and Capital were closer to any non-conference games we played all year long, or any game period, because of our conference, the way it's set up. So for that to happen, and then our players to be able to do what we did, and handle all the outside, because we don't talk about it. We don't want it to happen. We just want to work to get better, and they handle themselves very well.
Take a question right here in the middle.
Coach, so Moss finishes her career 2-time tournament MVP, 3-time consensus All-American, leading scorer in the pack. You and I talked about, where you and I think she stands in all-time. Now her career is over. I asked you yesterday to write this script for what her final game's over. Now that it's complete, kind of write the final sentence in what her career was.
Sydney Moss is a winner. There's no doubt about it. She's a great kid, and all the pressure gets put on her of who she is and where she's from and what she's about and the way she carries herself on and off the court. And if I could write it a little bit better, she would have made a few more shots tonight, made a couple more threes, made that little runner in the lane right there, and because she was frustrated with that part of it, but she never stopped playing. Almost a double-double again this year. I know she had triple-double last year in the championship, but 1 rebound shy of a double-double, I think, and she's a winner, and we love her.
Anything else for Coach? Okay, thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Congratulations.